watchers and my manga lovers all rejoice. And nay, rev those engines, because I am joined today with my boy Vexus, the lurking legend. Vex, how you doing today?
What's good, y'all? Bit of a change of pace. Not used to being here on a Tuesday, but I'm ready. I'm here to vibe. This has been on my list for a long time. So
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, thanks Siri. We love that. We're just raw dogging it. Get out of here, Siri. Um, no, unfortunately, we had some mix-ups and some schedules and some ups and downs, and we're getting. And you know what? Chainsaw Man on a Tuesday, and we're gonna get some 3 episode tests later in the future. But for right now, we're living in the now, baby, and we're here with Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto's breakout work. Vex has already read all the way through part one, and with part two, with what as I am currently on, uh, it seemingly seems to be at the cusp of its peak. I'd say it's a climax, so to speak. And if anyone else knows what that means, throw a lamau.
brother,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's so crass. I know what that means, at least a little bit. I've seen the panel.
Yeah, because the climax in a story. There's rising action.
Yeah. You're so right. Yep, that's why.
But got the well, there's it's 69 bits. How crass. Um, let's just get started here. We start off with I want to look at this volume cover a little bit. This is our brand new protagonist, Vex. I I know that you don't know her name yet, and we're just gonna get into it. But I really like her design, and I just want to get that out of the way. I like the scars. I like the red eyes, and she really cool. Um. Oh man, Chapter 98: Bird and War. Um. Is there anything that you want to say before we actually like rip the band-aid off and get into this? Do you have any thoughts going into this that you like expectations or uh you know anything you're hoping to get out of this series at least? Like what are your thoughts going into this, Vex?
Yeah, I mean, as far as what I recall, because there's been a number of years now since I have been actively reading Chainsaw Man, I got a handful of chapters into part two, but it was like kind of slow revving up, so I was like, I'm gonna like put it off and just wait, and maybe I'll wait until part two is finished, which it still apparently is not, but maybe soon. I don't know. And from what like I've heard from people like you who are caught up, it's like, what if this is going to be the end of the story? I kind of thought the end of part one was going to be the end of the story, but clearly there's still questions that we could have answered, like having a full development arc from Denji instead of, him just being manipulated by women sexually and stuff like that. That would be cool. Figuring out exactly what the whole deal with Pochita is would be cool. There's there's probably other bigger, badder devils out there, which from what I remember reading, I do recall the introduction of the concept of primal devils. So more of those, like I don't know. I'm it's kind of like the world is my oyster. I'm interested to see how I can get to a point where I feel like this protagonist has been properly developed instead of just like kind of like utilized as a tool. Because I think there's a lot of real estate there for like where Denji could grow. Pause. And then just I feel like there's not really like a hard explanation that I recall about this power system. So if we flesh that out a little bit more, that would be cool. But I don't need that either. I don't know. This was a series that I was never fully emotionally or intellectually invested in. I was just kind of along for the ride. You know what I mean? Like I yap and overanalyze things very frequently on the internet. This was something that I never really took the time to fully overanalyze because I was like, I'm just kind of here for the spectacle of it. So if there is more substance to it in part two for me to like form like a legitimate emotional connection or like for me to really dissect, that would also be really cool. But I don't need that from the series. Uh Ultimately, I'm just here for the ride, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I s- I'm really excited to get you on board, most of all, especially hearing your dissection of how the author of Sanda had gone through their creation of that intellectual property and all of the hurdles that they had to overcome in telling the story that they wanted to tell. Um, Tatsuki Fujimoto Tatsuki Fujimoto really rips the band-aid off of being like, "Hey, we're not on Shonen Jump no more, baby. This is Shonen Jump Plus. I can tell a story here."
Plus.
And when for as much wacky and crazy shit that he it does go off and do with it, the meta contextualization of what he is narratively using this intellectual property to tell and like using it as a reflection of like real world current events and such is it's a really cool like meta contextual almost time capsule in a sense that's like I really love Chainsaw Man. It's it's such a
Yeah. And
unique
like
piece of art.
Tatsuki Fujimoto is something that is like an enigma to me still. I have not gotten into much of his work aside from just part one of Chainsaw Man, and I've been wanting to check out the anthologies like that got adapted, his like one shots and whatnot, 17 through 26. I really have been wanting to check that out. But from what I've heard about his other works, like was it Goodbye Airy and like Fire Punch and like all of his other popular stuff, it's like it's very hard to pin down. And it's just these very abstract and obscure concepts. And um, this is just the mind of a very wonderful and eccentric and unique individual. And like the way that things are portrayed, at least from what I've seen in part one of Chainsaw Man, it's almost like constant subverting of expectations. And um, I don't know. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna get to the point where I'm like theory crafting to the same level as like One Piece or anything like that. Which I don't need that out of a series, but it's just like an anecdote. It's just like a something. And like I don't know if I'm gonna be dissecting some of the creative choices. Like, do you think this has any relation to the effect of social media on children or something? Like, I'm just gonna kind of just be here for it. And if it does evoke any emotions out of me, then awesome. If it doesn't, because I'm gonna be so real. I'm a little bit checked out emotionally after losing so many people in part one. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. We'll see if I form that connection again. But it's just like I've almost been like kind of trained from part one to just like sit back and enjoy what I can from it.
No, I can see that for sure. I Chainsaw Man is such a unique series for me because I have been here from the beginning, and it feels so weird to actually say that and be like, "Wow, I'm old." But not just that I'm old, but like this is something that I was actually able to hear about. Like I knew of Tatsuki Fujimoto from his one shots prior hand. I was able to hear that he had secured a deal with Shonen Jump to get a series developed on board for this, and to see Chainsaw Man evolve into what it's come into. Um, I loved everything that part one was, and I thought that what it was for a setup story. I was excited to see what more could develop from Denji in the power system, and then I, from the first batch of chapters we got into part two, I was a very big wow. Do not like this getting out, but getting caught back up on the series and giving it like almost like a the Boruto treatment. I had to give it its fair shake and actually like lock in on it. But I have come to Fujimoto is someone that I have a revolving door of. I hate you, but you're a master at what you do. An absolute fucking brilliant evil genius is behind this pen. And I'm so excited to get to share like these feelings that I've already shared with you throughout. I've only gotten to share my reactions to it, but to actually like dissect how this author tells his story, I'm really just
Yeah.
excited to share it with you.
I think that worst case scenario out of this, because I know that this is not necessarily my cup of tea when it comes to storytelling, is that it is a bit of a slog, but I do know that there is going to be some like legitimate, like profound moments throughout the process, whatever it entails. But I do fear that parts of it at least are going to be feeling like getting dragged through mud, and parts of part one felt like that, and that is like a it is a legitimate way of writing a story, but it is not my cup of tea. But I am optimistic that it will be largely across the board very enjoyable, because we're doing my favorite thing right now. We're reading with the homies. We're experiencing this together. I love watching anime with Cody. I do it all the time. I love reading manga with Cody, or more so having him read it to me. And we've been doing that a whole lot lately too. And it's significantly elevated my experience with series that I have already consumed. And I've had really great experiences getting into new series. And this is like a kind of half and half, because I've already read part one by myself of my own volition long ago. And I wasn't day one for this, but I remember when I started reading, the Reze arc wasn't even done yet. So I was like pretty early into it, and I stayed caught up and current up until around 105 ish, 108. I don't know, somewhere around there. We will soon get to stuff that I have no clue what the fuck is happening. Uh, but we'll see. It's definitely been on my list. I've always wanted to come back to this, and since you think that it could be ending soonish, now there's no better time than now, right?
No better time than now. And I say, let's just start in the now. We start off in a classroom with an instructor saying, starting today, we'll be keeping a class pet, the chicken devil. Go on and introduce yourself.
The goat.
Hola! My name's Bucky, and I'm excited to befriend you all. 3 months from now, you kids are all going to kill and eat Bucky. You see, I want you to understand how precious life is. And we see a double page spread of like these students getting told, but what the cook? um, the students seem to go around onto the next page, like going around and touching this headless devil that's being able to talk. Is it really safe to touch a devil? Nobody's afraid of a chickens. It must be a weak one. Well, I don't want to get eaten. If you eat me, I'll die. Aw, it's so pitiful. It's cute. We see a girl looking from onward saying, it's sitting on my desk. Die. And she slams the door as she leaves the classroom. Yikes. Was that who was she glaring at us? I mean, if I remember right, her parents got eaten by a devil. And we see going on to the next page, we see her going through the entire school, looking onward at her classmates, thinking, don't walk side by side. People can't get past you. Quit hanging out in the bathroom. You're in the way. And as she dropped dead as she sees another pair of students ogling each other on a stairway, she makes her way to the rooftop to be alone and eat what seems to be ice cream by herself. No, it's not ice cream. I think it's like a potato thing, like a rice cake, you
My heart
know?
says sandwich.
Ooh.
It's probably not, but my heart says sandwich, and I think we go at that.
Well, let's say she's eating a sandwich then. So she's eating a little sandwich at the roof. You won't make friends eating out alone. Class prez. We see another girl coming out with very pointed features out to talk to the roof girl who is being all alone. I don't need friends. They're pointless. Wow, so cool. I think I'll eat here too. And she starts eating her, her Chainsaw Man bun. Ah, a
That's
Chainsaw
crazy.
Man bun.
The
Yeah,
branding.
it, it's important to note that yeah, there's Chainsaw Man branded shit. It's meta now. I'm collecting the stickers. If you have any, give me. The city's corrupt. Most of the buildings are illegally constructed. We have a mayor with a DUI, a devil called Chainsaw Man playing devil hunter, and now we're keeping a chicken devil as a pet in our own classroom. Girl looks on over at the other girl as she keeps on lamenting, and she says, well, as far as for Bucky, just hold it in. It'll be dead in 100 days anyway. I wish Chainsaw Man and Bucky would both hurry up and die. We go to
The
the next.
shading on this is crazy
It is,
too.
yeah, no, I really like the work on like the building and everything, like the intricate, like when they're looking onward on the previous page, just like the background on those city buildings. Chef's kiss.
Oh
Amazing.
yeah.
Uh, on the next page, the professor says, "Raise your hand if you can solve this problem." A buck? I don't know. It's not clucking with me. Well, then don't raise your wing. Sheesh. Do you want some fried chicken, Bucky? Baka! Cannibalism is foul! But you're a devil! Everyone keeps on laughing. Bucky, why don't you just run away? But I'm so weak, a stray cat could execute me. Okay, then I'll bring my cat to class next time. And everyone starts laughing about just killing Bucky. And even the class president looks on over and tries to get the other girl to join in the laughter. Today marks 3 months of having Bucky with us at school. We'll now ask a student with Devil Hunter aspirations to kill Bucky. All right. All the students look solemnly at the ground, and Bucky says, "Bagok!" The girl looks over with a smirk and says, "Finally." And class president stands up and says, "Sir, the whole class have talked it out, and we've decided we will not eat Bucky." And all the rest of the class stands at attention with her as she says this. Everyone except the one girl leaning there. And she thinks to herself, what? We eat living things. We can't deny that. But Bucky isn't a chicken or a devil to us anymore. Bucky is our friend. And as she looks her teacher dead in the eye, he says, "That's just what I wanted to hear." Excuse me? Okay. Bucky is hereby pardoned and will continue to live as a member of this class. And Bucky screams out, "Bagah!" Everyone starts cheering and
Dude,
dude, it's so cool. Like it's such a good
I can't
lesson.
believe they let woke into my Chainsaw Man. Holy
Dog, it's like
shit.
having a pet journal, you know, Mr. Lemmywinks. Like that's a deep cut if anyone knows.
Hashtag not all devils in the chat, yo. This is
We had a gerbil devil. Could it climb up your ass?
oh my.
as,
Oh my.
a, as your teacher, I didn't want you to take life lightly, not even a devil's. I'm so proud of you kids for learning this lesson, which is also kind of crazy to think about because, like, we just saw there's Chainsaw Man branding and everything, versus, like, we had a whole Devil
Yeah.
Hunter Institute in the previous part, and now seeing them actually like give credence to like letting devils coexist with humans in such a way is kind of crazy to me. Um,
No, straight up, they're woke. The woke agenda has hit
The woke
the
devil.
Chainsaw Man
The
part
woke,
2.
the woke devil.
Oh, no.
Forget math class for today. Let's all go outside and play some soccer. Oh, I'm sorry. Football. Yeah. And they all go outside and start playing football. And they start kicking the ball around. And the girl is standing at the sidelines looking dejected. Aren't you going to join in? No. High school's more fun with friends, you know. I'm here to study, not make friends. The teacher looks on, he gets like real side-eyed with her, like, okay, bitch, like, whatever. You don't gotta be sassy with me. Hey!
He's like, well, then why you got B's? why ain't you got perfect grades then shit?
For real. Come play soccer with us. No, Bugak! Awesome Mitaka! And we finally get we get our protagonist name, Asa. Whereas Emiru likes to call her Asa. I think that's how Lucas would pronounce it, though. So we got this. Asa Mitaka, come out of your shell and play soccer with me. Bucky would say soccer. Everyone else would say football. Bucky would say.
Oh my god.
My name. But only the class president and the teacher ever remember my name. And that's crazy because, like, imagine that. Nobody else has ever bothered to remember her name, even. They've all just called her girl. But the president.
Except for the people who are, like, obligated to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I was jealous of them. And as she starts, like, coming to the realization that, like, having friends isn't a bad thing. Letting people into your life isn't a bad thing. She, like, starts seeing that, like, her previous hatreds were misguided. And as she makes her way to her friends, she trips and falls and crushes Bucky underneath.
Oh, she just says, oof.
Yeah, I imagine the little Roblox sound. The oof.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big old oof.
We turn the page.
Sevens.
And we see, damn, these guts just come out of Bucky. This is some crazy artwork from Fujimoto, which is what we've come to know from him, from part 1 and everything. And yeah, this chicken's dead. We keep looking onward, and it's a whole bunch of just no words on panels. Asa is literally grief-stricken. Everyone there is around screaming in horror. She's covered in sweat. Everyone's trying not to vomit around her. Another student falls to his knees and from shock. Like, some of the students are literally like crying and having snot come out of their nose, Oda style. Like, they are absolutely torn asunder. And remind you, for a devil, not a human, not a cat, not a dog, but this is not even a real chicken. This is a devil.
No, you're wrong. They're doing it for a friend.
That's they let woke into my stream. The woke devil's strong.
How dare you, Cody? Stand with Bucky.
And we see Asa even
justice for Bucky.
As all of these emotions catch up with her, she barbs and thinks, hypothetically, if one person in class had to jump off the roof and that person was chosen in a vote, I think they'd all vote for me. And I'd vote for me too. That's crazy. She comes to that realization and wakes up in the infirmary. And as she looks onward, they have already made a grave for Bucky and buried him with several dozens of flowers outside of his grave for a devil. Like,
And you just know that the immediate thought that runs through her head is like, would they make a grave for me? Would there be any flowers there? You know.
There probably wouldn't. That the craziest part is there wouldn't be. And like as she returns to her classroom, paying attention to like the contrast of like her waking up and then the realization of like there's a white page, then a dark page. Like the realization is almost like a cinematic shot of like coming to like back to reality. And when on that bottom frame, you can even see on the left hand side, they have a poster of Bucky up still. Like they for a devil. They love this chicken, dude. And as she looks back, she sees all of her classmates just staring at her. And then we cut back to her alone in her room, screaming, I want to die. I want to die. Ah. And then there's a ding dong at her door and another ding dong. And as she hears it, she starts getting up from her bed and going to answer the door. As she answers it, we cut to an alleyway and we see Asa walking around with her teacher and the class president. It was the class president's idea to visit Bucky's grave. I'm sure Bucky will forgive us up in heaven if the three of us apologize together. And as they cross the street,
Okay.
this is crazy.
That's insane. That's actually insane. Yeah.
Thank you. We see the two of them cross the street, but also remaining on the other
Guys,
side.
Maybe woke is wrong.
Possibly. The two of them realize
Wow.
Asa hasn't crossed the street, and the teacher asks, Mitaka, what's wrong? Huh? Well, it's just that the crossing signal's red. Listen, it's night, and there aren't any cars around. No big deal. But, you're right. Sorry about that. Safety first. We should always obey traffic signals. You always do this. And the class president looks down. Asa looks on and says, Huh? We turn the page. And she says, You're always such a goody two shoes. And the teacher even looks on at her and says, Prez? And Mitaka looks on and the president keeps sputtering. Mitaka, did you know that Mr. Tanaka apologized for Bucky's death to the whole class on your behalf? Hold on, give me 1 second, young.
I think this is so funny. It's like the teacher's right there, and he's like, "Actually, she's spitting." Like no one is rooting for Asa. This is crazy. Yeah, I remember reading through most of this. I don't remember it all happening so quickly. But yeah, this is a really quick arc of like understanding somebody's like trauma and difficulty fitting in and whatnot. Very interesting characterization for this new person, and also just the setting, you know, post part one, understanding that Chainsaw Man is something that is celebrated now. You know, we got to hit him with class.
I changed it to 5,000 points. I thought this should be
Oh,
enough.
I could do it a few more times.
All right, so I gotta change it to 15 million points.
Why is Imadamo 250,000 though?
Because people be spamming that and it's really long. And that one can get me DMCA'd. that one has
Oh
gotten
yeah,
a
you're
couple
actually so
YouTube
right.
videos.
All you gotta do is just mute that.
I
There's like an option. You just
yeah,
mute it in the
I
editor. Yeah.
yeah, I've done it. I've just like, rather not because because you either could let YouTube do it and they end up like taking like what is like an hour of my VOD out, or I have to go through it and then I have to rewatch it and do it all and then wait for them to approve it. Anyway, I just did it because it's 250,000. I'm like, damn, if someone really wants to do it, they they deserve it at that point. Then you got to earn it, basically. That's why it's 250,000. Off of that topic, I'm back. I just had to help some neighbors out. Not like that. Oh my
Hey
god.
yo.
Oh my god, you
Oh
motherfucker.
my
Holy
god.
shit.
Hey yo. Holy.
Try to be a friendly god. I did this to myself. This is literally a casket of my own making. Literally, I tied the
Oh
noose.
man.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Got me fucked up.
Crazy.
So we come back and we see the president start bulging. Did you know that Mr. Tanaka was the one who told me to befriend you? Huh? Did you know that Mr. Tanaka likes you even though he's having sex with me? Prez! You? And we cut to the next page and we see the president has an amalgamations of faces on her. And
Akira.
yeah, this is I what I really like about this design, and this is to be such an obscure reference, but I know you'll get it, is that she looks like Mugshot from Sly Cooper 1 and 3. You know
Oh
how
my god.
because she the big arms, but the tiny legs in the middle. um, I made a contract with the Justice
So
Devil to find out how to reach my happy ending with Mr. Tanaka. I just need you to die. And as the Justice Devil fused with the class president, smashes the ground. Asa like it gets blown away by the force of impact just barely. I held it in, but I can't take it anymore. Nothing I try
Why does this shit look
works.
like Legos?
Because that's the blind thing that they have in hey, why don't you tell us why it looks like Legos, Vex? As a blind man, why do
Just
they
looks like
have those at
Legos, man.
crosswalks? Oh, I thought it was because it makes different sounds when different canes go over it. Um,
But I mean, that's probably also true. I'm not cane trained myself. I'm knowledgeable ish, but like that just looks like someone stepping on Legos. This is the average reaction to stepping on Legos. That's what this panel looks
you know
like to
what?
me.
I might actually save that as a reaction. Let me write that down.
You're welcome.
That that's really funny. I might make that an emote. That might be a new Twitch emote. I might make that. I might actually go out of my way.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's really funny. Nothing I try works because you're alive. Prez, you know what the Justice Devil said to me? Tripper, she'll fall and crush Bucky. So then we get the reveal that she actually didn't fall of her own volition, but it was the class president, one of the only people who have remembered her name, by the way, because of being forced to. I
By the person that she's infatuated with.
because he had like misguided intentions for her. I left my head off. You and Bucky taught me how precious life is. Thanks.
That is also crazy, is because the other person who remembers her name is a legit pedophile.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the
that's insane.
Yeah.
Burn the whole city. At this point, like get rid of it all. Like,
so all of the faces are smirking at her. The teacher is looking on in horror, shocked. 0.1 seconds before my impending death, I felt oddly relieved. And we see, as the claw goes through her face, she has a thought, a reflection on her actions through life. Oh, I wasn't responsible for Bucky's death after all. Oh, the class president was just jealous of me too. And as her head slices open and splits apart. Oh, it must be like that for everyone. Everyone is just jealous of somebody. If I had known I could have had a better life, maybe I could have had friends or even a boyfriend. And as her skull just lets all of the inside of her face out, like everything is just falling outward. I wish I had tried.
It's like a bowl of spaghetti.
I wish I had tried living a life more selfishly. And as she lies there, her eyes literally like lying out of her body in a pool of blood, they meet an owl sitting upon a crosswalk. If you want to live, your body will be mine. Who? And Asa rises. And as she rises, the president says, Huh? Mitaka? Didn't I just kill you? Mitaka? Question mark, says the teacher. Tanaka's spinal cord sword. And we see the teacher having his spinal cord ripped out of his body. And the teacher himself has been his spinal cord and head severed into one, transformed into a sword. What the hell are you? And we see the head is actually still making noise. What the hell am I? And when we get on the next page, a double page spread. My name is the War Devil. Die for my warm-up kill. This is such a cool fucking panel. I love it. You see Tanaka's fucking dead-ass body, but like this spinal cord sword. I love that because the spinal cord, it still has like the vein running across it too, like as like a Mato pattern almost. Like it, Fujimoto
It's
really
crazy
nailed
that
it.
like a homeboy's like coccyx or whatever, like the bottom of your spinal cord, it's like razor sharp, and I'm like, that's like obviously this is like a superpower type of thing of the devil. It's not just like a legit spinal cord that has just been like straight removed.
Mm-hmm.
When when I saw the owl, the first thing that popped into my head was, "You would not believe your eyes."
When I saw the owl when I was first reading it, I was like, "All right, I get it. I got to go back and play Ocarina of Time. I get it. I get it."
Bruh.
um, the Justice Devil looks on, and we see a small panel of it getting pissed, its eyes getting bloodshot, and it retorting, "No, you die!" And as it says that, it's cleaved in fucking half. Like its arm is gone, and
Yeah,
uh,
holy trypophobia warning. Like, that's crazy.
dude, Asa, War Devil. I'm gonna call her War now. War cuts through the arm, and as the hand falls off, she says, "A fine hand. I'll take that. Hand grenade." And she turns the hand into a grenade, and the monster says, "My arm, give it back." And she goes to stretch one of its heads out towards it, and War slashes through the devil. And I really like the wordplay on the slash, because like slursh, like the I like that he used the open space for the arm to put the L there. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see it.
uh, it almost I could almost see us as like a Blade poster.
It's just so grotesque,
Yeah,
but there's still some things to appreciate about it, you know?
Mr. Tanaka, smooch, and she kisses the head that the hilt of the
Blech.
sword is made of, and she leaves the sword planted there so that they can keep kissing. There, a happy ending. And then the grenade goes off afterwards as she walks away from it. So fucking cool. What a panel. What an introduction. Um I
It's just like when I see shit like this, like, yes, it's a spectacle, but like my first like thought is just like all the like squelching,
mhm.
nasty plopping sounds of like the flesh going and then just like, can you imagine the smell?
The smell, but then I
Nobody thinks of
also
that.
look at the
Nobody
posture
nobody
on
thinks
War.
of that.
Look at the facial expression, like the disconnection from everything. Just the casual walking. And I mm, I really love it.
It's like a strut. It's not even like casual. It's like
You walk with a
standing on
purpose.
business,
Walk.
making a statement where it's like we never saw that from Asa. So clearly there's like something else like in the pilot seat right now.
Yes. And we said
Like all the mannerisms are completely different.
and she did say that was her name was War. And we know
Yeah.
that War from part 1 is a pre-established like big bad. One of the big bads up there with death and famine. If I'm remembering correctly.
One of like the four, right? There's
Mhm.
supposed to be four, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, there's war, death, famine, and pestilence because they're supposed to represent the horsemen,
The
right?
four horsemen of the apocalypse, yeah.
Um, God, I'm current. This is how you can tell shit is fucky right now in the current time because I'm like, yeah. Let me. Um, but War looks on, And as the explosion is going onward, she just looks over at a poster of Chainsaw Man. That is, you can see slowly getting covered with a little bit of blood. And she says, "Just you wait, Chainsaw Man." And she turns around to sit on the fucking like flesh that has just been like ripped asunder. "I'll make you vomit nuclear weapons back up." And that is our introduction
It's a
chapter.
wild, yeah, it's a wild way to intro
A new protagonist.
the new character. Not a new character, the new character. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah, I mean, for all, I like to think of this as much as it is Denji's story. It's still Chainsaw Man. Uh, I I think this might be a hot take. I'll be more expanding on it the more chapters we get through. But Asa is absolutely essential to Chainsaw Man, and as essential as I think, while she was not present at all in part one, I think what she does for Denji's character and the entire universe of Chainsaw Man as a whole, she is the Sasuke to this. She is a or what is it, the Dutagonist or whatever?
Deuteragonist.
Deuteragonist. She is like the secondary protagonist of the entire story. And I cannot
I
stress it
think it
enough.
makes sense too.
She is super important and I
It's
love
like
her.
from what we understand is Pochita is supposed to be extremely important to some extent, but seems extremely nonchalant, I guess. Like compare in the pantheon of like all devils ever, I wouldn't necessarily put Chainsaw Devil at like the top necessarily, but we do know that there is like some level of like scorn from some of these individuals that were at or near the top. And so there was like this, like I remember there being like this big mystery throughout like the last 2.5 arcs of part one, where it's just like, why are you so special? And so seeing now one of the people who is poised to be like legitimately at the top of like the pantheon of devils, being inserted into the main story, it has to be important
There
to that similar level, and it has to shed light on how these other facets of the story have become important, because there's like this whole thing that happened before that I still have no idea
there's
what like the previous like iterations of Chainsaw would have done or something. You know what I mean?
well, we know that they have the power to, whenever they consume it, they completely erase it from like
Yeah.
history. And the one of the most important things to note from this chapter, and the bombshell that I bombshell. What a stupid word choice, Cody. Actually, perfect word choice. Um, is that Chainsaw Man one apparently ate nuclear weapons. That means one, nuclear weapons don't exist in this world. That that's something that we had a soft confirmation of. But two, that one of like the uh powerhouses that we were talking about with like war being teased in part one, but now having a way to vomit up things from Chainsaw Man. Does this put Makima back in the playing field? Does this put other
Yeah.
entities that Chainsaw Man has eaten into the playing field? Like, where it is such a slippery slope, yet it is such a like fascinating concept to just
it
drop that
There's more
bombshell.
questions than that too. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you know? Who told you? Have you seen it yourself, or did you get this from another devil
Or are
that
you
is somehow more
omnipotent somehow?
knowledgeable?
Or like, is
Yeah,
it
there's a
like
lot.
there's a lot?
My theory is that it was a previous incarnation of War Devil, that a previous incarnation of Chainsaw had faced off with, or like, I don't know, because I just like, to me, I still don't understand, and maybe I'm supposed to understand more, and I just forgot. But I still don't understand why Pochita seems so special, to like to the narrative, when on the outside it's it just seems very helpless by itself. You know what I mean?
Where I was in the story, um, my theories on Pochita at the time was that there was some primal eldritch devil of some sort of concept that like Pochita had eaten or fused with and had eaten somehow a concept that we can't understand or remember. And that's why we associate him with the chainsaw devil because that's what it chooses. Kind of like how the Nika fruit was lying
Yeah.
about being the Nika fruit as the rubber fruit. But that could be me coping, but that is that is how my brain like kind of
There's
was like
definitely
rationalizing
something
it.
underlying. Yeah, there's definitely something underlying, and I'm definitely not supposed to understand it at this point. If I'm recalling everything correctly, it has been literal years, so maybe there's a detail that I'm not fully remembering or overlooking right now. But it's like things are not adding up. And that's something I said before we even started reading part two. And that's where I remember my head being at going into part two. I was like, maybe we'll get some answers on this, you know? And so clearly, the introduction of this character, they seem knowledgeable either through past experiences themselves or through an even more knowledgeable being bestowing this upon them. And that opens up a lot more possibilities that are kind of exciting because these are things I definitely wanted to know back in part one.
Yeah, and it is really good to have like you were saying if it is a more knowledgeable character, but it seems like War already has this knowledge, and so like having another tertiary character added to the cast along with Asa is like it's almost like having imagine if we had like Kurama during the Ten-Tail like during the fourth Great Ninja War and like oh that's the Ten-Tails he uses this technique or something like like having that backseat or extra narrative to flesh
Imagine,
out the
imagine Kurama was just a Speedwagon.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I not to not to date this episode. Actually, yeah, to completely date this episode, can you like I we didn't get to talk about the chapter of One Piece yet, but my god. When Zoro speedwagoned Luffy being in giant mode and being like, Luffy, now that you're
Oh my
definitely in
god.
giant mode, I'm like, did you really have to do, do we really need
It
our
reminded me of it reminded me of like back in the God Valley stuff when like one clear Conqueror's hockey user was talking to another one like, wait, you're using your Conqueror's hockey, right? Like you just got to use more of it. And I'm like, is this really how people fucking talk in the middle of shit? Like
Goku, now
it's
that
funny
you've reached
sometimes.
an ascended Super Saiyan form, uh, all right. Next chapter. Chapter 99. Two birds. Tokyo temperatures hit a record high today. Be sure to take sufficient precautions against heat stroke even at home and stay hydrated outside. Asa wakes up in a bed, covered in sweat. Speaking of going outside, Chainsawman has yet to appear this week. She looks at her reflection in the window. No scars. She remembers her head being split open, though. Was it all a dream? This is no dream, girl.
Bruh.
War.
The
Oh
eyes are
man,
drawn like completely different. It's so
I
crazy.
I love the distinct. So almost to show who is in the pilot seat controlling Asa at the time. War is we get a side by side panel with Asa and War and multiple side by side panels to even contrast them. The heavy scarring to show where her face was split up and what healed, and the contacts, not contacts, I say contacts, but the rings, the rings around her iris, almost
Yeah.
showing that she is of a higher level of devil, definitely higher than Bucky or Justice, even. Like she means business. Last character we saw like that was a big bad of the last time. Um,
Bruh.
also looks on at War, and then she grabs her face and she says, "This is your reality. Hurry up and accept it. Now eat and go to school. Disobey, and I'll kill you." Uh, uh, she keeps pinching
The
herself,
little
and
cheek pinch. Yeah, the little cheek pinch just reminds me of, do you remember in Mario Party where you have to like squeeze the face to like make the different like, this was
yes,
like back in the day, like Mario Party 2, like it just
they
reminds me
copied
of
that
that.
from the Mario 64 start screen where you could grab and pinch Mario's face and like change it, and if you held the R button, you could like lock his face and make it all weird. I I'm a real gamer sometimes. Um,
All right,
but
Unc.
War starts yelling at her. "I told you this is no dream, idiot. Face reality. Look at the news. Your teacher and class president both died yesterday. We killed them together." And then she flashes back to slicing through the both of them. Excuse me? I didn't kill anyone. You killed them. Oh, Asa goes to shove War, and her hand passes through her. "You can't touch me. Your brain is seeing me as a hallucination." "A hallucination? What are you?" "You died yesterday." "Hey, Pat. What are you doing?"
Pat, I'm gonna need you to get it the fuck together.
For real, for real. "I am the War Devil, and I claimed your body." Uh, "If you took my body, how can I still move?" "I left half your brain intact. I'm unfamiliar with human society. This should keep them from finding out I'm a devil at school." "Why do you want me to go to school so badly?" "Because Chainsaw Man is there." "What?" "Check your pocket. A devil killed by Chainsaw Man was found clutching that button. I checked into it and found out it's used for the school's uniform. That means Chainsaw Man is going to your school incognito."
Damn. Bro fucked up just like Yoshikage Kira got found out by a button.
By a button. On second thought, I don't want to go in there. "If you won't obey me, I could always take the rest of your brain. If I do, this time you'll really die." And we see her actually like think about the rest of the class staring at her. I still don't want to go to school." "I'm not bluffing. You'll be dead and gone." She she thinks to it, and she won't like puts her she like droops over, like collapses. "Do you hear me, girl? You'll die." "Ah, I'd rather die than go in there. Ugh, what a pain." "Hey, you okay over there?" We see long-haired pierced ear dude, pretty boy with a little beauty mark looking at
It's
Asa.
a fuck boy.
"Yeah. Want me to take you to the nurse's office?" I'm okay. No problems here." "Girl, ask if he knows Chainsaw Man's secret identity." "Will you shut up for a second?" "Huh? Oh, I wasn't talking to you." "Fine, I'll ask." "Huh? Ugh." And we see Asa almost pass over. And as she does, the scars take over her face, and she says, "Hey, boy, do you know anything about Chainsaw Man going to this school?" "Huh? Those scars? My, my, my body!" "Uh, I heard that was a rumor, but I just transferred here, so I don't know much else. Only that Chainsaw Man might be in the Devil Hunter Club or something." Hmm, hmm. "Hey, boy, shall I make you my boyfriend?" And we see Asa looking from the back, like shocked, like her face is transparent, even as a ghost.
She's pogging. That's so funny. She's like, oh.
Oh. Nah, I'm
She's
good.
literally pogging.
He literally said, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'd win. I'd
Nah, I'd
mog.
win.
I'd mog.
Dude,
He walks away and says,
bro,
bye.
bro said hard pass. That's
Asa
so funny.
starts screaming, "Ooh, why did you ask him out? I have the power to turn what's mine into weapons. Ah, if that boy fell for me, it would make him mine, no? I could turn him into a weapon then. I want to turn as many humans into weapons as I can, to go to war with Chainsaw Man." And that's the reveal of her power, is that
Yeah,
she was able to turn that
kind of
head and
crazy.
the spinal cord into the sword. She was able to rip that thing's arm off and then turn that thing into an actual hand grenade. Like,
It's really interesting because we spent so much time facing off against, or at least working up towards the gun devil, and then like the shit with Reze and even the shit with Makima. And so there's like a heavy focus on weapons and control. And this is both of those facets. You know what I mean?
it worked into like one singular being. Like,
Yep. Some five shadowing.
absolutely. Turning humans into weapons? Going to war with Chainsaw Man? Uh, wait, hold up a second. I'm involved with some serious stuff right now, aren't I? This devil murdered my teacher and the class president. I mean, a war devil is bad news, right? The scarier a devil's name, the stronger it is. Can I even turn back into a normal person to begin with? Ugh, sooner or later, won't this devil take over my body for good? I have to talk to a devil hunter. Spill the beans about me to anyone, and you're dead. Ugh! You can't hide your thoughts from me. I am you. You finally understand your situation. Good. We're going to join the Devil Hunter Club to find Chainsaw Man. If we can beat Chainsaw Man, I'll return your body. I trust you'll cooperate. Uh, I'll help you. So you better give me back my body. And we see three birds leaving from a school scene. First year students, thank you for coming. Welcome to the Devil Hunter Club tryouts. This club only accepts those strong enough to fight devils. You will patrol the city for devils in groups of 3. You have 1 week to bring back a dead devil. Do that and you're in. To keep things fair, we'll be choosing your group members as we see fit. You, and you. You're a team. Good luck. And on the next page, we see Pretty Boy, a girl with glasses, and Asa Mitaka all on a team. Hey, nice to meet ya, partners. And we get a cute little Pochita on the ending page.
Oh, he's so cute.
I love him. Chapter 100. How to walk shoeless. Um, we see Asa, it seems, walking at the back with these two. One of them seems to be carrying a giant cleaver, and the other one carrying just a katana. Would devils really need
I
to be
think
in
it's also
school
that
carrying
has
the
the
katana?
katana.
That does seem to be it.
Yeah, I
It would
think
be
so.
really cool if it was the spinal cord sword. She's just like holding on. But it's not, because it would be the head at the. This is the biggest school in Tokyo. Supposedly, devils sometimes live in the unused classrooms. Hmm? Oh, we never introduced ourselves. I'm Yuko. I'm super into Chainsaw Man lately. I'm Yoshida. Chainsaw Man's great, right? I like him too. Asa, Asamitaka. This sucks. Why'd I have to get teamed up with him? Awkward much. I want to bail. I'm not the only one who. I'm not the one who asked him out. Do you like Chainsaw Man, Asa? Can't I move any faster? As much as the average person. And as she says that, she looks onward and she sees three girls walking her way. They're from my class. As the girls from her class meet eye contact with Asa, they pass by her and say nothing. Ugh! She has the nerve trying to get a boyfriend so soon after what she did. Shh! She can totally hear you. Ah! Asa literally is covered in sweat, absolutely terrified and embarrassed. What's up with them? Beats me. And Asa continues to look at the ground and throws the katana to the floor. I also noticed that it's not a giant cleaver, but it's a hatchet that the other Yuko is carrying. I, I just remembered something I have to do. Huh? Huh? What's wrong? I just remembered something I have to do. I gotta go. Hey, wait a. Uh, as she looks down at the ground, running away from her classmate, or running away from the situation, she remembers Bucky. She makes her way to her locker, and as she goes to look in her locker, she, Yuko comes up from behind her and says, Asa, wait, what's wrong? Are you okay? As she looks on at her gym shoes, they are covered in chicken guts. Oh, yikes. That's raw meat. I- I'm fine. What? Are you sure about that? I'm fine. Hey! And Asa walks out without the shoes on at all. I'm fine. I'm fine. She thinks back on all the other turmoils going through her life. Everything's fine. War appears before her and says, Don't walk out shoeless. Our feet hurt. Bullying is a commonality in communities without social fluidity, both human and devil. Shall I take care of it for you? I said I'm fine. You are not fine. And Yuka coming up from behind her and laughing, saying, Yeah, going shoeless really hurts, all right. And we see that Yuko has followed her the entire way without wearing her shoes. Here, Asa, I'll lend you one of my shoes. If you wear only one shoe, only one of your feet will hurt. And she gives her a thumb fucking peek.
It's so cute, but it's such a dumb fucking idea. But
No,
it is cool though. You know what
it's
I mean?
like, yo, man, you don't have to have the whole bird if you're not gonna wear any of your shoes. It'd make more sense to give up both of them, but like, I also like to think I like to think Yuko came up there with like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give her my shoes instead. And then she got up there and was like, wow, this really does hurt. Let's share it. Cause I'm not doing
If
this.
only if only she knew that Asa's feet were mortally wounded from stepping on Legos like one day prior, maybe she'd hand over both shoes.
I've never seen you be so blindphobic before. I'm I'm here for it.
Brother.
Rustage is what's his name? Daniel Green. He's really rubbing off on you.
You know what? I've never seen it either. Boom. Vine boom.
Oh my god. You actually had me like facepalm. I didn't even know what to say. I
I stun locked your ass.
a little bit. We go to the next page and also says, "What? No, seriously, I don't need it. Well then give it back to me." And then we see she runs away with only one shoe on. Huh? Come on, give it back. Wait, your shoe. Are you kidding me? And Asa puts on the one shoe. What is with Hey, wait! Ow, ow, ow! Hey, wait! And both of them running through the streets, each of them only wearing one shoe. Noticeably,
Dude, it's not even that bad. I'm barefoot all the time, dude, because I work from home. Like, it's not that bad.
have you noticed? If you look at the panels, I call me crazy, right? Asa should have it on the other foot, right? Oh no no no. Okay, I am crazy. Okay, Asa does have it on the other foot. We go to the next page as they're running through the streets, and I really love this like single page spread of the two of them running. Like, dude, like what a POV. I feel like you could see that, like this is like a real thing that like some dumbass kids would be doing. Like,
I really like when flowers are like really, really, really well drawn in these types of shots. Like you get like really solid like flower art in series like Hell's Paradise and Kagurabachi, but like those
Rerun.
hold different connotations. Yeah, this seems like, at least for now, some happy flowers, you know?
These are some happy flowers, but I just appreciate like the attention to realism. I just like it really feels like
Yeah.
uh rotoscoped is the wrong word, but it like the attention to detail on how the shadows are like positioned even on the ground. Like
It's like
Fu-
hyper realism. Yeah.
Fujimoto literally like blows my mind when he does shit like this. It's like it almost feels like he took a picture instead and just decided to draw manga characters on it, and that's still even crazier to me. He was able to capture that feeling. Like, sorry, I like to gush about manga. My favorite.
No, it's like it's rare I get to see this type of like nature shot in this great detail without just absolutely horrid context over it, like a fucking malediction spreading or,
Oh
or
yeah,
someone's ton getting harvested, you know.
yeah.
So
No, yeah. I mean, and like the use of negative
I still
space,
know
even.
something terrible is gonna happen. I still know something terrible is going to happen, but I'm enjoying this moment, you know,
Dude, the use of negative
apart from all
space
that.
to like draw grass in, even to like separate it from like the tile effect. This is I love it. Um, as they keep running, they get to a doorway, and she says, "Whew, this is my house. Want to come in?" No, thanks. Here, take the other. I have extra. Now both your feet will be protected on your way home. No, I don't need your shoes. Then sell them. If they won't sell, you can just throw them away. And Asa looks on, and we see her walking home. And as she says, we see she's wearing the new shoes. And as she looks down at her shoes, she says, uh, War appears before her and says, "Shall we go sell those? Are you an idiot?" And the chapter ends. And we get a
I
little
love when clouds are
Pochito.
drawn like this.
Oh, yeah, no, the cloud, that shot of the ending is really good.
Yeah, there was like in the most recent Modulo chapter, there was like some really good cloud art, and this style reminds me of that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I don't get politics, but I'm the Descunte tribe chief now.
Jesus Christ.
I like Pochita having the little shoe on. He's all like, "Yo, dude, look at my kicks. Don't crease the J's."
I can't with you.
That's some real
Oh my
shit. What do
god.
you mean? We cut back and
I
on
think they're
to our
gonna have
next.
air. They're gonna have air chainsaws. They gotta capitalize on Chainsaw
We
Man
should.
branding.
Do you think we've ever capitalized on Chainsaw Man at the same time? About yesterday, thanks for the shoes. You can have them back. Huh? I said you could keep them. That's okay. They were a little too small. Oh, too bad. Yeah. Yuko looks on and smirking says, "Hey, do you want to go into town to look for devils after school today? There'll be way more devils out in town. Guaranteed. We can avoid the jerks at school that way too." Sure, I could be down for that. Awesome! Chapter 101. After School Devil Hunters. Uh, I guess Yoshida skipped school today. Is he not serious about joining the Devil Hunter Club? Why did you decide to join Yuko? Because I want to be a devil hunter. Duh. You can earn big paychecks even without a college degree. Not to mention, my parents got killed by a devil. So, like, I'd be an Avenger. Perfect, right? Asa looks on while eating her fish cake and thinking, me too. My parents were killed by a devil too. Really? Is that why you're joining too, Asa? Uh, yeah, more or less. Oh man! This is gonna sound so wrong, but we're kind of like manga main characters, don't you think?
Oh my god. She's got manga brain, Cody.
When we become devil hunters, we should partner up as buddies, like two avenging angels of death. Sure, if we become devil hunters. Awesome, no take backs. I have to pee when I get excited. I'm gonna hit the restroom. Asa looks on and wipes her face off. She looks over to War, and War says, we should kill
I'm sorry. This is the epitome of golden retriever and black cat. You know what I mean? Like
this is like anxiety and disgust like have their own side movie from
just imagine
Inside Out.
always having someone like just imagine always having someone like in the back of your mind going, do it. Like it's crazy.
Oh man, you just described my like everyday life, man. I got that Green Goblin mask calling out to me 24/7.
What about the Mind Goblin mask?
Shut up. Shut up! Also looks on and says, come again. The remains of your kills belong to your Okay. Blah, 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 blah. The remains of your kills belong to you. Let's kill Yuko and turn her into a weapon. Don't be ridiculous. To kill a devil, you'll need a powerful weapon, no? The guiltier you feel about creating a weapon, the more powerful it will be. You like her. She should make a good one. Luckily, this city has plenty of abandoned buildings. Choose the location wisely, and you can kill with little risk. Both of
It's an
their eyes
insane
meet.
development.
Yeah, like it's almost like a heavenly restriction, but like you have to like them is kind of crazy. It's almost like the Uchiha. You gotta crash out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a Mangekyo. Yeah.
There's no way I'm doing that. Are you insane? You're always jumping to violence. What is that? The best you can come up with? You're not here to make friends. Remember, girl? I have to change the subject. Girl this, girl that. Stop calling me that. I've never liked it. Don't change the subject, girl. I literally just told you not to call me that. I have a name. It's Asa. Asa. A-S-A. You don't call me by my name either. War Devil is just weird and awkward. Both the War actually looks on and is like, huh. Got my ass. I'll allow you to avoid the subject for now.
Clock it.
She'll make a better weapon after you've
It's
grown
so
closer
funny.
anyway. War Devil is difficult for you to use, isn't it? Very well. Then call me Yoru. If it serves me like Yoru, like, hate it. I love
Yoru
it.
means night.
Oh, does it?
Like
I
the
didn't know
literal
that.
translation. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
It's the name of Mihawk's sword. That's why I know.
Oh, because he paints it, but
Shut the fuck up.
if it serves my quest to kill Chainsawman, I'll swallow everything you say, Asa. Huge for her to call her by her name. Thanks, Yoru. And Asa, who hated Bucky, couldn't even see hated devils, had her parents killed by devils, calls her by her name. Insane. insane development from these two. Kill Chainsaw Man. Turn Yuko into a weapon. I don't care about all that disturbing stuff. I haven't had this much fun in forever. I couldn't care less about anything else. As we see Asa and
Oh,
Yuko going through the streets of Japan looking for devils. I. Mm. Folks, do you know the leading cause of death for Japanese people? About 20 people have currently stopped to listen to me, and out of those 20, only 5 will die of old age. Out of the rest, 5 will die of illness. 1 will die in a traffic accident, 1 will die from homicide, and 1 more will commit suicide. The remaining 7 will all be killed by devils. And yet, the people walking past, they all mistakenly believe that they'll pass peacefully in their own beds. The Japanese people need to wake up and smell the danger. The fact is, any one of us could be killed by a devil tomorrow or even today. But the TV and the newspaper, all they. Someone calling me? Or is that just like a fuck ton of notifications? Oh my god, that's crazy.
must be all those other people messaging you.
Oh
You know,
my god.
you have so many DMs.
That's why I'm here to
Crazy.
spread the truth instead.
W subject change.
I repeat.
Crazy they got a Charlie Kirk in here.
Oh my god, that's crazy. We cut to the next page and we get a double page spread of Asa and Yoko making their way out. 7 out of every 20 lives are abruptly snuffed out in devil attacks. And we see a devil like punching and reaching its way through this corridor, sending 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, killing 4 people. And we see him still stay in the background. Make no mistake, mankind is at war with the devils. And we see it is the Bat Devil just eating this dude's arm. You can see it stretching. This is some crazy artwork. Like, a lot of people were saying that not enough scary devils in Chainsaw Man. This is terrifying. That don't know how to say it. Do not. I like to hate it. Really scary. And
I don't like the bulbous eyes. Like that's like what off puts me the most.
yeah, I don't like that it's like mouth can't close because of its like nose like postulating or whatever. Like that thing's got going on, but everything about
Yeah,
it
it's
is
like an
gross.
English bulldog.
Yeah. We see one dude is like screaming out in, or one dude has his skull split open. Another dude screaming out in pain, and Asa and Yoko are just like looking on.
They're sweating.
We go to the next page, and Yoru comes up and says, "I have bad news and more bad news. First, we can't beat that Bat Devil in our current state." And Asa starts sweating even more. And second, I just learned that I can't take over your body when you're stricken with fear. Asa, back away, slowly and quietly. Asa starts moving back slowly. Not slowly, she starts dashing. Like we see dash written across. And we see she turns around and her and Yoko start running. I said slowly, you idiot! Chainsaw Man. And we see Pochita being a little cute bat eating the dude's arm.
Oh my god.
He has little bulbous eyes too.
I hate that I love that so much. It's
Um, Chapter 102, Save the Cat. This is probably, uh, you know what? I'll say it after the chapter.
Mind
But
you, I have read this far.
this is probably a top 5 chapter of all time for me in all of Chainsaw Man. Um, I really like 102. Uh, we see Asa and Yoko running across, and I really like the double page spread, like making use of like the floor as like a separating of action sequence so that they can have like these really long
Mm-hmm.
stretched out, really cool. Um, on the next page we see Asa after getting crushed and thrown about with Yoko, uh comes to and sees Yoko has her leg stabbed through um with a piece of rebarb. Not good. Uh, the Bat Devil is eating the bystander that was knocked aside as they were running away. Asa, kill Yuko and turn her into a weapon. It'll increase our chances of survival. She's as good as dead anyway if she can't run. The Bat Devil continues to eat the bystander behind Asa. Don't worry. You are me, so I know. You aren't sorry for killing Bucky. That line? Crazy. You're sorry that you were seen killing Bucky. Luckily for us, there's no one around. Let's turn her into a weapon quickly while no one's looking. On the night you died, you didn't make up your mind to live more selfishly, and you got a second lease on life? Kill her if you want to live. And we see Asa look at the axe. And as she continues to think about making the decision, she goes through multiple different scenarios through her mind. Class president, teacher, the rest of her class thinking about her, Yuko giving her the thumbs up. She reaches for the axe and
This
Bucky.
paneling though.
Mm-hmm. Uh dude, like the piece of rebarb like through Yuko's leg. She sees her foot down at her feet and she carries Yuko through the freaking corridor and tries to run away from the Bat Devil as Yoru calls out to her, "You damned fool!" I really love that Asa made that decision for herself and didn't give in to like being controlled by Yoru, even though realistically, like,
Yoru's spit in.
mm-hmm, Yoru kind of spitting, like if she's being gaslit about like her feelings about Bucky, she's like, nah, dude, not this though. Like this isn't the way.
It's like you can recognize that you were a bad person and you can still want to be a better person.
Exactly.
Like those things are not mutually exclusive. And that's what this moment shows. Like for me, you know?
But as Asa's running through the corridor, she catches her foot on a tile that's up, and she says, "I forgot. I always trip and fall at the most crucial moment." And when she thinks back on her whole life, she tripped and fell with a birthday cake. She tripped and fell with the baton at track. After her parents were running away from a devil attack, she went to stop to save a cat. And as she did, she fell with the cat. And as she got up and was saved by it, her mom pushes her out of the way with the cat and dies to a car oncoming. Are you alright, dear? Poor thing, it must have been awful. Oh my, it's a kitty cat. You managed to save the cat. How wonderful. And as Asa thinks about it, she remembers her mom rubbing her shoulders and cries out, thinking she traded her mom for a cat's life. She goes back to Yoko, giving her the shoes. You think you're saving me, don't you? Huh? Did I ask to be rescued? I'd rather be bullied than pitied. Thanks. Yuko thinks about it and smiles and says, I don't really care how you feel, though. Even if my actions turn out to be a mistake, if my heart was in the right place, that's all that matters to me. And Asa remembers those words and says, "Me too. I want to live like that too. Yeah, it's my fault my mom died, but that time and that time too, my heart was in the right place. So I'm gonna save her no matter what." And as she takes Yuko's body, the Bat Devil getting closer and closer behind her, as it goes to chomp her, it swallows her whole. And as it swallows her, on the next page, a very familiar face comes in and slashes the devil open. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, no. Every time I see it, I'm literally beaming right now. I'm smiling so hard. It's so good. Uh, Asa and Yoko are forced out of the devil's mouth as we see Chainsawman ripping through the Bat Devil. How are my chainsaw noises?
It just reminded me of the motorcycle episode of South Park.
Me when I had Jeremy Biker, the D&D villain for
Oh
like.
my god, dude.
We see the Bat Devil is like literally strung up against the building, getting buzzed from the inside out. And on the next page afterwards, we get a double page spread of our boy ripping himself out of the inside of the Bat Devil. Fucking, this is gnarly. I live for this. This is some sick ass art. I love you, Fujimoto.
This will be crazy to see animated. Because it's like, yes, there is obviously a lot of like depth to like the art that we're getting right here. I think that there's a lot of skill that goes into this. I think this is a really, really visceral application of still media, but this is just like paired with like the hype ass music I know they're gonna put on top of it, and like the color washing of like red across the whole screen, and just like the splattery noises and the fucking chainsaw, like it's gonna go crazy, you know.
Oh, yeah. So that is what happened. So rewind a bit. Asa and Yoko got eaten, and as they got eaten, Denji slams another devil into the Bat Devil. This is a separate ass devil. I was realizing because I was like, where are the bulbous eyes? No, this is a whole ass separate devil that Denji like slings himself into to I'm gonna kill a devil with another devil while killing this devil. I love it. As he's slicing through this devil, though, it grabs him and throws him into the next building and follows him as Denji makes impact with the building. And like, while it's no like Kagurabachi or anything on the backgrounds of it, what I will say is that like the backgrounds have been consistent through all the other double page spreads, and I've loved like seeing all of the other building and architecture work shown throughout. And the amount of double page spreads we're getting is freaking insane. On the next page, we see the devil starts JoJo rushing this fucking building and like pummeling into it, trying to crush Denji. And as it does, its arm gets ripped off and it goes, Chainsawman! Why side with humans when you're a devil? So you want to be a superhero? How about this? And he picks up a random bystander in a car. One student with a bright future, or 5 old geezers and grannies in this car. Which will you save, Chainsaw Man, the superhero? The devil drops both of them, and they start falling. And And as they start falling, Denji just goes straight after him and cuts through the dude's head, and he starts screaming with them, matching their scream as it "Wah! Wah! Wah!" And Denji just starts slicing through the devil. And on the next page, god damn, I fucking love this. We get the chainsaws on his feet, like the intestines ripping around, making a circle around it. First off, spirals, golden ratio. Uh, God, this 102 is so good. This is one of I know I'm just like stopping every other 2 seconds to gush about art, but I really love this. Um, Denji literally rips through this thing's skull clean through in half. And we go to the next panel and we see the bystander dead on the floor and the car on fire. And we see on the next page a cat clinging to the side of the building and going meow, meow. And Denji says, there was a cat there too, dude. And he saves the cat. In another act of heroism, Chainsaw Man saved a cat from the cockroach devil. Meow. And that's where that chapter ends. Uh, I think it's really important that Chainsaw Man decided to save the cat, and it shows that Asa, in her like defining decision in her life about devils and everything, when she lost her mom, had also chosen to save a cat in that moment. Uh, it's almost like a duality or showing a different POVs, but like Denji has like he doesn't care about the other people to the effect where Asa cared about her mother. But Denji's okay with the circumstances, even if everyone saw him as not a hero, but as a devil, because he wanted to save the cat. Also, this panel looks sick with him just holding a cat, but like, uh, I really, this is one of the, it, it's literally, if not a top five, a top three chapter for me in all of Chainsaw Man. It's so good. There's so many great double page spreads. It's the return of the man, the myth, the legend. Uh, I love it. It's one of my favorites. Uh, yeah, take a big vape hit real quick. How did you feel about that chapter when it came out?
I definitely like the whole juxtaposition between like Asa's past and like what Denji is exhibiting here, and I think that it's an interesting way to like reintroduce our guy as this like hero figure and whatnot. So I remember feeling like it was weird that we didn't get like straight back to Denji like first thing in part two. So I was just like, finally, like this was like a "we are so back" moment for me, because
Absolutely.
like obviously I get what they're setting up with the War Devil and whatnot, but I was like, it feels like I'm reading something different, but like in the same verse, but like it's like, when are we gonna get back to our boy?
Yeah, I remember telling all my friends I was like, text me when Denji's back. This is not my Chainsaw Man. I was not gonna read something about Bucky. I thought the whole story was gonna be Bucky focused. To be honest, I was so like, I was like, no Denji, no me. And then I think I got like 6 chapters in after Denji got back, and I was like, I'll just let it build up because I was so locked out from like disconnected from it. But coming back and rereading through it and re-experiencing it like again, it's it's even better. It just gets better. Um, we see bystanders going about and they're wearing Chainsaw Man merch. And we see a Chainsaw Man, like stuffy head man, saying secondhand clothing 30% off. We see a blimp saying Chainsaw Man is a man eating devil. Chapter 103 Denji Dream. Yesterday, Devil Human, Chainsaw Man, fought the cockroach devil, and even saved a cat. I'm on the scene near the site of yesterday's battle. Let's ask the locals what they think of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man? I'm a huge fan. Too gory for the kids, though. I just can't accept him. I don't like him, I guess. Chainsaw Man, my entire class is obsessed. That chainsaw fellow is stealing Devil Hunter's jobs. I don't like him because of the property damage. He destroys buildings. I can't deal with men who can't take good care of things. Dude, Chainsaw Man? He's the bomb. Too popular. Ticks me off. Doesn't Chainsaw Man eat people? He's the devil. The devil hunters need to hurry up and kill him. My friend got saved by Chainsaw Man once. He's a really good guy. I totes love Chainsaw Man. If you're watching this, give me your number. Chainsaw Man doesn't really exist. It's American propaganda. Chainsaw Man, right? Chainsaw Man rules. Let Chainsaw whatever you saved the cat yesterday, right? It's only saved the cat to eat it, I guarantee you. And then when we cut to the interviewers, as they cut to Denji, who, haha, we know is Chainsaw Man. If you ask me, Chainsaw Man hasn't eaten the cat. At my school, everybody loves Chainsaw Man. He's great, right? The chainsaws are gore-tastic. That's what's so cool about him. Now that I know the dude, or not that I know the dude, but I bet he's like this incredibly serious, great guy. By the way, just my guess, Chainsaw's Man number is 34. Hey, Chatterbox, too much, too much. You can't give out your own phone number on television.
It's based.
We'll cut that out. When we see the other reporters looking. Close out our program. Let's get a call for Chainsaw Man for the crowd. All together. Chainsaw Man! Chainsaw Man! Chainsaw Man! And the crowd keeps going, and Denji's standing so proud. And we see from the sidelines a familiar face to us, the readers. It's Yoshida. Hey, Denji. Long time no see. How do you know my name? Oh, that hurts. We've met. You remember, when you had all those assassins sent after you. Denji looks puzzled at the dude. Never happened. Trust me, it did. But let's not stand around chatting out here. Why don't we catch up in that cafe over there? I'm broke. My treat. We cut over to the cafe where they immediately meet. I'll have ice cream and orange juice, and will you give me a whole cake? Plus an iced coffee and spaghetti. Cake and spaghetti and ice cream. That's great. And orange juice. All of these things. Vex, as a chef, I would say, I see the chef hat on you. How do you feel about these
A
flavor
culinarian. I don't think Denji gives a shit. So it's like my input doesn't matter because he's just gonna like not think twice. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying, like, if you had to eat this, if you had to pair orange juice with
fuck
ice
no.
cream.
No, not in a million. Like, first of all, an entire cake is more than I could even fathom eating in one sitting. Spaghetti is extra heavy, like on the satiety index, and washing it down with some citrus, like a stomach buster, like that's crazy. Like this dude is gonna have shits for weeks.
Dude, and spaghetti and a nice coffee. Really though, what a coincidence.
Could
I
not be me.
can't believe I bumped into you while we were just walking down the street. Ain't that my school's uniform? Yeah, I guess we both go to the same school. Crazy coincidence. Are you stalking me? Ha 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 ha. When you put it that way, you aren't exactly wrong. I belong to an organization that's tasked me with keeping an eye on you. Uh-huh. It's not an evil organization like in some manga. Our goal is to simply ensure that you live a peaceful life. Hey, can I order this cream care this pudding too? Excuse me, one cream caramel custard pudding. Cream
um,
caramel
actually, it's creme caramel. It's French.
caramel got it. Caramel.
Why
My
are
point
you doing that
is
with your voice?
that's how you say French words. Cream
That's
caramel.
mm,
Omelette de
okay.
fromage. Anyway, my point is that I'll be in trouble if the
Is
public
that how
finds
you
out.
think I sounded?
No, probably.
You making fun of me, Cody?
Listen, I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. I won't lie.
Oh my god.
Sorry. My point is that I'll be in trouble if the public finds out that you're Chainsaw Man. What's gonna happen if I'm found out? Well, here you are. One short cake. If your secret identity is exposed, I won't let you eat this cake. Denji looks over and then he says, I won't let you have the ice cream, orange juice, spaghetti, or pudding you're ordered either. Say what? Give me those! He holds the utensils away from Denji, and Denji looks down at the cake and just slices it with his hand and then starts shoving it into his mouth. Yoshida looks on, exasperated. We don't want you turning into Chainsaw Man. If you let the cat out of the bag, the life you have now will fall apart. Denji doesn't give two shits and keeps shoving his face full. Besides, why are you fighting devils as Chainsaw Man anyway? You don't strike me as an altruist, and you don't get paid for it either way, so why bother? Denji looks over at him and says, I fight because I want people to find out that I'm Chainsaw Man. And he keeps eating the cake. Here you are, in iced coffee and orange juice. Yoshida looks
Just go ahead
puzzled.
and mix them together.
Oh yeah, just go ahead. That sounds delicious.
Just blend that shit up.
You know what? Why don't I oh man, what's that one dumb thing they do? Coffee and butter. Why don't I just be a total heathen?
Okay, first of all, that slabs.
No way you're actually gonna
That's not.
defend that. No way.
It's just butter's just milk solids. You put creamer in coffee. Like, well, maybe you don't, but that is a very normal thing to do, and it's literally just that, but with less liquid.
No way, dude. Who puts butter in coffee? That's just not. It's just not the move. You could put milk.
People use caramel creamer all the time, and butter is just caramel, like without the sugar. Like it's not at all like an uncommon thing to do. Flavor wise, it makes perfect sense.
Good smell.
You asked me for my opinion earlier, and now you're disregarding it on this matter. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy, Cody.
You creamer, you brought her.
Whoa, that's crass. Oh my god.
That was pretty funny though. Come on. Uh, holy smokes. Yoshida looks perplexed and says, why? Because once my secret's out, the ladies will be all over me. Yoshida looks over at him and he's like, points his finger. That's, huh. And it says to be continued. And like, he's like, damn,
This
you're
is a
kind of
lot of real
cooking.
estate. Yeah, this is a lot of real estate for him to just look perplexed at Denji just gorging himself. You know what I mean? Like, this is a huge panel.
Oh, yeah. I like the big panel of Denji finally getting to eat though, versus
And then
eating people.
Pochita with the big fat belly.
Pochita with the big belly. And that's the end of the first volume. Ugh. What did you think of that?
This is about as far as I got. I don't think I remember anything specifically past. Well, no, I remember one thing past this. So I have gotten a little further than this, but not much further. Um, I think it's interesting because, like I said at the very beginning, I really want to see more development from Denji beyond just like his primal self, because he was just like raised deprived of like what a normal human child experience would have been like. So it's like he seems almost like a wild animal. His methodology as well as reasoning is extremely primitive and like impulse driven, and I want to see him become more of like, there's like these moments of lucidity almost that we've seen from him throughout part 1, um and in these moments where he has like this like extremely pure reasoning, where it's not just like gross and like gratuitous and whatnot, but like obviously both sides of him exist. I'm hoping to see him develop into a character that I can appreciate more from like from a equally evocative stance, but like without it being so much on the gratuitous side of things. So them like leading forward with like him just gorging himself and just like saying like, "Oh yeah, I do it for the chicks" and stuff like that. It's like it's obviously reestablishing. It's like quintupling down on like the classic Denji that we know and tolerate. And so, you know, like I want to grow to like love him as a character beyond just like the gags, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I think there's going to be a lot from part 2 you're going to enjoy, and I'm very excited to see a lot of your reactions too. Um
Hell yeah!
Chapter 104.
It's
Tap
like
Oh yeah.
it's so funny though. Sorry, just to speak a little bit more on it. It's like it's really dangerous to just like imagine if you were to just give like a 5-year old like fame status, and to just like see like basically Denji's the Rizzler right now, and that's just funny to me. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. I cannot believe you just freaking said that. You
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
uh, I don't think I should have to. I think you just say I think
He
you
fought. He fought with Big Justice. So
oh my god, he fought with Big Justice. You're so right. Denji didn't. Like, oh my god, you got me fucked up. Waru's
I
trying
think
to
this is
bring
a
the
pretty base.
boom.
I think this is a pretty base take. You know, like I thought you of all people would vibe with it, Cody.
You called Denji the Rizzler. Oh my god, I just need you to sit with that for a second. You called Denji the Rizzler.
Like
I
conceptually, like
Rizzler. Um, Big Justice, the Rizzler. We bring the boom. I don't think there's any more jokes we can make. Um, no, from that very first volume, I thought it was a really good introduction to War, Yoru, and Asa. Um, I like that Yoshida just like casually was like, "Yo, I know you're Chainsaw Man." Just like bringing it right up to Denji, as we already know he's a pre-established character with Asa and everything. We know that Yoshida is already on the same devil hunting team as Mitaka, so it sets up like that Chekhov's gun of like what's gonna happen. But uh um I'm really excited though. Chapter 104, spoiler. We see Yoru punching the pillow. And we know it's Woru because of the scars on her face. And she starts screaming, ah! And
I like her shirt.
Cake. Because Denji was eating cake.
It's very, I don't. It's just a cute shirt, and kind of reminds me of Rokuhira, like some cool shirt vibes, you know.
I thought it would be foreshadowing because Denji was eating the cake last chapter that Denji would be eating war.
Pause.
Yeah, like consuming her the same way he ate Makima.
It's so crass.
What? No.
Oh.
You're crass. Whoa! Exposed. Naked and afraid over here. I can't believe we got
pants on.
Saved by Chainsawman. Hey, I'm trying to sleep over here. Damn him. Grr. Why do you hate Chainsawman so much anyway? I fought him long ago. But Chainsawman gets back up no matter how many times you kill him. So I lost to him. Next thing I knew, he had eaten from my body, weakening me. He's the reason there hasn't been a single war since the World War. War became a thing of movies and video games. And as the world forgot war's terrors, I grew even weaker. At this rate, everyone will forget about me. And Chainsawman is to blame. Are you afraid of being forgotten? You're kidding me. Are you asleep? You were screaming your head off only moments ago. Ugh. For the longest time, I didn't care if I died. But now I'm super glad I didn't. Thanks, Chainsawman. And then the teacher totally took it away. Ah, what an idiot. And we see Denji letting himself be used as a chair. It's crazy. Denji, some tall, pretty boy's asking for you. Come on, dude. Quit stalking me. Denji, why was that girl sitting on you? 'Cause for 10 yen, I'll be a chair for 10 minutes. If I'm not back in 30 seconds, I gotta give her a refund. Here, you dropped your student ID when you fought the cockroach devil. Damn it. I knew you left it on purpose to expose your identity. What's it matter to you? Well, I can't have it getting out that you're Chainsawman when my goal is for you to live in peace. I won't let you spill the beans. I'll stop you by force if I have to. Try to stop me? You're dead. I'm gonna go back to being a chair now. You won't chat with me a little longer? I'll pay you to be my chair. Say what? I'm not gonna let a dude sit on me. And we see he actually gives out like 1,000 yen. And Denji lets him sit on him. Huh. This is surprisingly comfortable. I bet you could get away with charging 100 yen. FYI, this doesn't mean I caved to you. I'm gonna get found out as Chainsawman no matter what. And do you want that because you want a girlfriend? Yeah! Got it. Let me help get you a girlfriend. If there's anything I can do, I want you to come to me. Okay, then introduce me to a girl. What's your type? Girls who are desperate for a boyfriend. Oh! And Yoshida literally has, because if you remember the first thing,
yeah,
like the life
crazy.
Small butter.
Percent say less. I know just the girl.
So the Chekhov's gun that I thought would be building up for the entire series is immediately let out of the bag, and we see Yoshida introducing Denji and Asa. Um, why are you eating here? Oh, we thought we'd eat outside because it was crowded everywhere else. Hey, where's Yuko? Oh, she's absent with an injury. Is it true you got saved by Chainsaw Man? Pretty much. He saved you? Oh, let me introduce you. This is Denji. I guess he wants to talk to you because he's such a huge Chainsaw Man fan. Seriously? Hey, do you like Chainsaw Man? I'm a big fan. Honestly, I used to hate him, but these days I'm neutral. Used to hate him. Why? Should I really answer that in front of a Chainsaw Man fan? Denji can take anything you say to him. I can. His clothes and his body are always covered in blood and stuff. It's just, he's filthy. The dude bathes, you know? Plus, a chainsaw sprouts out of his head. It makes him look like an idiot with nothing going on in his brain. He uses his brain a ton. Then there's the part how he only saves women. It's blatantly horny, and that's gross. He has a pure heart. You don't know that.
Fuck
It's
it.
not like you're him. What else? People have been if people have seen him eating cats and dogs. He'd never do that. He doesn't eat cats or dogs. And in the first place, he doesn't eat people too. He's a devil. Eat people? No way. And then Denji ponders and he's like, okay, well, even if he did, it was just that one time.
Holy shit.
Like I said, how would you know? Chainsaw Man superfans will defend him over anything, and I hate that too. Huh? God damn it, god damn it. Chainsaw Man's just doing his best. But how do you know that? How? Why you? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna say it. That'll show you. Denji. I know, because I'm Chainsaw Man.
Oh man.
And on the next page, Denji says, how's that for you? I know exactly what Chainsaw Man's thinking because I am him. Get it now? Yoshida puts his fingers to his head and also looks at Denji's eyes and says, loser. Denji just gets absolutely stun locked and also walks off and slams the door. No one will believe you like that. And Denji screams, but I really am Chainsaw Man!
Swing and a miss. That's crazy.
That's funny. Asa stomps down the stairs. Hey, Asa, where do you think you're going? That Denji boy just told you he's Chainsaw Man. You aren't the sharpest tool in the shed, are you, Yoru? Huh, are you calling me stupid? Chainsaw Man wouldn't out himself like that. He'd be in serious trouble if his identity got exposed. Not to mention he said he's a Chainsaw Man fan. He was even wearing a Chainsaw Man shirt. It'd be so stupid if he was Chainsaw Man. I'm not stupid. I am not. Okay, already. I take it back. Chapter 105. Red Hot. Red Hot. Red Hot. School's out. Let's get hunting. We're almost out of time to get accepted into the Devil Hunter Club. No can do. I'm visiting Yuko today. What? If you can't be bothered to help, I'm perfectly happy to kill you. Have you even thought about how to find Chainsaw Man? Beats me. Wouldn't he show himself if we drew a devil into the school? Hmm, I see. That is a good idea. But how do we draw a devil to the school? You're the smart one. Come up with something. In the meantime, I'm gonna visit Yuko. Hmm. Yordu seems to ponder it. Maybe I can actually tame her. Wrong thought to have, Asa. You can't think around Yordu, though. Because we can assume that she heard that.
She is you. Yeah.
Ah! Chainsaw Woman! It's Chainsaw Woman! What? You saved me from the devil! You're a Chainsaw Woman! Uh-huh. I... Here, I brought you soft drinks. Awesome! Soft drinks! Gosh! I've had zilch to do but sunbathe. The sunset's really gorgeous from here. Sit down with me, Asa. Okay. As Asa and Yuko sit down, Asa looks over and says, Hey, sorry, I can't stand awkward silences, and I never know what to say during these moments. What gives? It's not like I'd known any better. I've never had friends either. You're kidding me, right? It seems like you totally have friends. Well, there are people I talk to in class, but you're the only one who actually comes by and checks in on me. Oh, I know, at moments like this, you're supposed to share your deepest, darkest secrets. Alright, well, I read in a book once that having shared secrets is how you make best friends. I just thought about mine and, I have way too many secrets I could never share. Really? I want to know. Spill. Well, there is one I can tell you. This one time in grade school, I was holding back my pee and wound up peeing myself during class. I lied and said it wasn't pee, it was sweat. No way! The whole class was nice enough to play along. Ah ha 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 ha! Ah, my leg! My leg! I still scream underwater in the tub when I remember. Ah ha ha ha! My leg! Uh, are you okay? My leg! It hurts so bad! Oh, you can't go telling people that stuff. Aren't we sharing our deepest, darkest secrets? Even then, geez Louise. Your turn. After that story, now I have to share a big one. You better. Oh, woo. And we get the sunset being shown off on the cityscape. Really gorgeous panels here. And we see the two of them split throughout the page, throughout their reactions, one by one. Promise you won't tell a soul. All right, all right, promise. Yuko says, I killed someone yesterday. Huh? Uh, oh yeah? Who? My neighbor. Wow. Why'd you do it? We get another set of reaction panels of them going through this interaction. Because he'd gamble at the pachinko, even though he was on welfare for disability. What the hell? Yep. What the hell? And we just get this awkward silence for 3 panels. It's literally it could have been the same panel every time, but we see that it gets longer and longer and it pans more and more down to show on the next page. They're both just this is a crazy double page spread to build up tension.
Yeah.
I it's just this feeling of suspense in manga. I love that Fujimoto can create it. It's so good. And right after this, we see a dog bark. Woof! Who's that?
Oh.
Yuko! Friend of yours? Yeah, this is my friend. Have lots of fun while you're still young, you hear? Yeah, we will. That's old Mr. Asada. He gives me pickles and snacks sometimes. Huh? You were joking earlier, right? Wanna see? Huh? The body's in my backyard. Wanna see it? No. Asa said. I like the one panel of nothing. Just the no. Okay. But anyway, this is great. We both shared secrets, and that means we're besties now. Asa looks back forward and turns her head back to say, don't worry. I promise I won't tell a soul about your secrets either. About peeing yourself, about how you killed your teacher and class president, and about Yoru. How did no secrets between besties, right? The thing is, I made a contract with the Justice Devil yesterday. A contract with the Justice Devil turns your sense of justice into power. I can read minds now. It's perfect for me since I don't understand people. And Yoru's eyes darken. And I mean, like, the darkening of her mouth and, like, blankness of expression as Yoko just continues to divulge the information. Now that there are no more secrets between us, I feel so much better getting that off my chest. Aren't unauthorized contracts illegal, though? Why did you go and make a contract with the devil? It's okay when it's in the name of justice. I made the contract to save you, Asa. I'm going to get rid of your bullying problem. Don't come to school tomorrow.
Okay. A little too close to home.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is a wild way to end a chapter. Chapter 106. Okay, it's childish Gambino. Homegirls drop it like the NASDAQ. Move. It's bonfire. Turn the lights out.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. We had a really cool cityscape of Japan. Really cool different POVs and shots of all these things going around. Had to take a sip of drink. Hydration check, y'all. Yoru and Asa are walking through an alleyway. It's my fault, isn't it? Yuko made that contract with the devil because of me, didn't she? Well, yeah, she said so as much herself. Asa remembers the last thing we saw of Yuko saying to her. Yuko, how do you think she'll get rid of my bullying problem tomorrow? She warned you to stay away from the school. Enough said. What's that supposed to mean? Why do you keep asking? You already know. She is going to kill the classmates who bully you. No? But I have to stop her. How? How? I'll go back and talk her out of it. Go back and talk her out of it? How will you do that? How will you go back when your body belongs to me? And as Yoru says that, Asa tries to run through her, and she does. And Asa screams, "Give me back my body!" You aren't talking Yuko out of anything. We'll kill her at school tomorrow. You can't be serious. Our goal is to defeat Chainsawman. He might show himself if we fight Yuko's devil transformation at school. And if he doesn't, hunting her will get us into the Devil Hunter Club. Besides, we can't let a human know about me and live now, can we? I'm staying in control until Yuko is dead. And we see Yuko look onward at a burning pile of something. Asa, I'll save you soon, okay? I'll kill all the bad guys for you. Just like Chainsaw Man.
I'm assuming that something is the body of her dead neighbor.
Oh, that would make sense.
That was her dark
Whoa!
card.
Whoa! 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 Her dead. Whoa! Whoa!
Chill. I'm just quoting.
Yeah, I
It's what
know.
they said.
Yeah, man. Huckleberry Finn.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
I'm off to school. Morning. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Same to you. Oh dear, running late today. Ding 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 ding. We see Yoko going to school on crutches, and she looks up and sees Asa.
Fujimoto transport. Hold on, you see that though, right?
Where?
On the sign.
Oh yeah, Fujimoto
The bus
transport
sign.
to East
Yeah.
Okebukuro or o- Ogikubo.
Ogi Kubo. But
Ogikubo.
Fujimoto transport.
That is kind of
That's
funny.
that's cute. Yeah.
I didn't I'm gonna be real, I didn't notice that the first time. Pog de Vex. He does have good eyes. He's been lying to us this
Oh
whole
my god.
He's been seeing the whole time.
Crazy.
Turns into Sam Reich. On the next page we
I
see
wish.
it's on the next page. It's not Asa though. It's Yoru standing with a katana. Nice to meet you, Yoru. And she says nothing. I see. That's the reason you're gonna hunt me. I'm amazed that Chainsawman goes to our school. It's kind of a letdown, though. I love that the bubble is behind the window. Like having Chainsaw Man
Oh
around
yeah.
doesn't stop bullying. I guess he'll only kill devils. Move aside, Yoru. We can fight after I kill the bullies, can't we? You're planning to run as soon as you've killed your targets, though, since the devil hunters will show up if you take too long. You can't beat me if we fight anyway. I can read your every move. So beat me and kill me then. Although that would kill Asa too. I like Asa, but I hate you. Bulge. Correct. And we see the grotesque transformation of Yoko with the Justice Devil, which is a lot different than when the class president made their contract with the Justice Devil, ironically. Really cool. This one kind of looks like a
Like Kid and Play.
I was just say like a mind
The
flayer,
big
but
old
yeah.
the big old square hair. You know, I know it's brains, but still.
Oh yeah. We get a cute little picture
Or
of
Viscera.
Pochita with fire. Love little Pochita. Little Pochita. 107, School Attacker. We see the beams of whips going after Yoru and Yoru jumping over them. Uh Dodging through them, and on the next page we see that she's actually just slicing through them. And she says, "Cool, but you're in my way." And she smashes Yoru through a classroom, and says, "Whoa, what the hell? Are you kidding me? Yikes! Whoa, a dangerous devil has appeared on campus. Please evacuate the building immediately via the nearest escape route." Ugh, freaky. Is this a drill? No, wait. This is not a drill. And all of the students turn around in horror as they look at the devil. Yeah! Who put raw chicken in the shoe cubby all the other day? Ah! Oh, it was you girls. I knew it. Pencil spear! And Yoru throws a regular pencil and it transforms into like a trident. Jeez, I told you I can read your every move already, and Yoko catches it at the last second. I can only make weak weapons with these. And as the as Yoko gets her hands on the spear, or her tentacles per se, she throws it at one of the girls who threw raw chicken in the locker and pierces her immediately. And the other students continue to run on in fear. Stop it, stop it, stop it! I won't stop. You're a bad guy. And she slams the girl's head against the wall and kills her outright. The last one ran that way. Devil Hunter Club member Seigi Okoku. Allow me to buy time until the Devil Hunters get here. Uh, Devil Hunter? I don't want to hurt innocents. And as she goes to swipe at the dude, he deflects the blow actually and rushes in to actually punch the devil and deals damage. Yoko says, "Hey!" And Yoru says, "Let's kick this up a notch." And it seems that the
Bam.
a little bit of bam, little emerald for you. We see an arrow pierce through Yoko's arm, and the guy calls out, "That you, Furio? Man, that thing's freaky! Whoa!" And it goes to send out a tentacle at Furyu, and it gets sliced up over. The Devil Hunter Club again, and we see a new fighter has entered the field with a katana. And so now the Devil Hunter Club has entered with three of its members: an archer, a swordsman, and a person with knuckle dusters out there, all laying into the Justice Devil. Come on now, don't die before Chainsawman even gets here. Don't worry, I didn't want to kill innocents, that's all. You just ganged up on me and bullied me. You're the bad guys too, aren't you? And immediately on saying that, she one shots all of the Devil Hunter Club. Well, not all of them. She slices one of their eyes open, hits one of them in the stomach, and completely one shots the ranger. Like F in the chat for that guy. He's done. He's not making it to Rush Hour 5. Um, one of the girls who ended up putting raw chicken on Asa's shoes gets knocked out of the window and goes, "Gah! Oh, it's not her. It's the katana girl." Now we see that the Devil Hunter Club is all lying on the ground defeated. And says, "Now, be good unless you want to wind up like them. I know all of your plans, Yoru. I know that you hid your personal property in every classroom to use as weapons. That you pulled off some of the hallway floorboards and can turn those into weapons. That you set traps in the restrooms and the courtyard. I even know that as I speak, you're thinking about trying to turn my severed legs into weapons too. Don't try anything else. I'm going to save Asa from her bullies." Well, I have one more plan. I don't see much point in that one. The leave it all to Asa plan. And then Asa comes back and takes control of her body and says, "Asa, please just stay right there. Wait, what? What are you thinking? You absolutely cannot do that. You just killed a bunch of people. Not that many. Only like 3 or 4. The gun gavel killed like over 1 million people. Plus, I only kill bad ones. Like I said, you don't need to do what you're thinking." Yoru, tell me how to make weapons. I doubt that would make a strong weapon. Just do it. Touch something that belongs to you and call its name. I'm telling you, there's no point. And as she thinks in her heart, she grabs her clothes and says, "Super strong uniform sword!" and she stripped into her underwear and makes a sword out of her school uniform. We got some Kill la Kill fans. Yuko, I'll solve my bullying problem myself. Stay out of it. Don't make me slice you up. Stop you. Don't make me slice you up to stop you. Jeez, Asa, think about it. If I kill the bullies in a notorious devil attack, bullies across Japan will get scared and end up bullying, and bullying could decrease. It could stop altogether. Not just yours, but all of the bullying in Japan. And then I could be a symbol of justice. I could be like Chainsaw Man. Uh, what does Chainsaw Man have to do with this? Do you even hear yourself? Yuko, when you made the contract, what did you give the devil in exchange for his power? There was no give. I only received. When I was given this power, I received a heart that shines with the light of justice along with it. Well, I only have one more bully to kill. Asa, go put on some clothes. Uh, Wait! Stop! I'm only going to cut off your legs. Sorry. Take this! But, and she literally, like, flicks the sword out of Asa's hand. Yoru stands at the side and says, weak. I also love that it's, like, not even a real drawing of Asa's face in that little panel. It's just, like, two dots and, like, a little mouth. Damn it! I told you this was pointless. You can't
Like a
stop.
ditto.
Yeah, like a ditto. But on the next page, as she goes to say you can't stop me, she's cut off mid-sentence and is sliced into a million pieces like Yuji Itadori is here. And then blood is like splattered all over the hallway. Yeah! Strong? You surprised me. The swords I made out of people I killed were always average. But sure, but my mom bought me that uniform before she died. I didn't mean to do this, though. And she looks down at the guts of Yoko and thinks back to Bucky. And then Yoko starts calling out to her. Yoko! Yoko, what are you doing? Don't die! Do you want to save her? Huh? I can save her. Do you want to? Asa looks over at the figure asking her this, and Asa says, yes. The figure walks towards her, and we see her say, anything for my little sister. Your little sister? And we see the figure with ringed eyes look on.
Oh.
Yeah! We're devil hunters! We were notified about the devil attack! Does anyone know where it was last seen? And the head starts growing, it seems, and crushing through the building. Oh man. Chapter 109.
So that I believe was the last chapter I recall reading.
Dude, let's go. And this is
everything from here on out is new for me.
We're in some gas. Huh? What was I doing again? Oh wow. Look at all the little people. School. Of course bullying won't end as long as schools exist. And we see her like get so big and just take the school out with one swipe. Yes, I did it. And as she says that, she gets sliced open and says, ow. And she says, is that weapon yours? More awful bullies. Take this. And she slams her tentacle down onto the motherfucking dude who sliced at her. And then slices the other dude in half. Whew. Asa, are you okay? Are you okay? Who did this to you? Uh, and we see the figure who was talking to Asa before uh get worried and cower behind the corner, and Yuko picks her up immediately and says, "You did this! No, it wasn't me! It wasn't me! Die!" Thump. "Hey, you bad devil! Let that girl go. Mind your own business!" "Well, you have left me no choice. I don't want to blow my cover, but a superhero can't stand idly by while in an emergency and all. I told you to buzz off and stay out of my way." Fucking Denji rips the cord and slices this tentacle right down the middle with his chainsaw. I love this shit. Me when Fujimoto draws Denji doing anything. Yes. Mm. Exquisite. I could stare at this for hours. I'm so real with you. Uh like this I really like the splatter effects and how you could see like his arm making the one motion is like the cutting motion. Like I feel like Dexter Morgan analyzing how the blood's moving so you can see like how the motion is happening and how he's tearing through it. It's the attention to detail is actually insane. Uh, ow, 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 ow. Chainsaw Man! Ta-da! Oh my gosh! Chainsaw Man showed up. Now what am I going to do? Stay away, stay away, stay away! Chainsaw Man is here to save the day! Yes, Denji is literally slicing through these fucking tentacles. Like it's nothing. Why can't I hit him? Oh, yeah. I can just read his mind. Denji continues to slice through the tentacles with ease like it's nothing. And she says, "You're kidding me. He's not thinking about the fight at all. He's thinking about how to expose his secret identity while making it seem natural." Oh, this double page spread is wild too. Like on the next page, Asa starts to wake up, and as she does, she gets a glimpse of Chainsaw Man, and as she does, Yoru immediately takes over and calls out, "Chainsaw Man!" It, yeah? And Genji stands on the defeated corpse of Yuko. And Yoru confronting him, and that's where that chapter ends. 110, A Ring in the Night. Yoru wastes no time and reaches her hands into Yuko's remains and says, "Yuko leg sword," and it uses Yuko's leg as a sword and says, "Remember me, Chainsaw Man?" Denji looks over and sees Yoru's exposed body and says, "Whoa!" uh, the girl who originally made the promise to Asa to save Yuko comes out from the intestines, and Denji says, "Do I know her?" "Hey, you! I saved you! Yeah, me! Uh, don't eat me! I'm not gonna eat you! Hey, that's it! I'm Chainsaw Man! I don't eat people because I'm human on the inside! How about I show you my human form to prove it?" And as he says that, we see a hand sign form around a form, and as it does, a tentacle forms around Denji as Yoru is going to continue taking her slash. And as she does, Denji's gone. Yoru looks on and says, "He vanished." And she looks down and says, "Is he saying I'm not even worth his time? Show yourself, Chainsaw Man! I'll obliterate you!" Chainsaw Man gets splurted out from the tentacle and says, You're hopeless. I told you I'd stop you by force if I had to. But that was such a natural reveal! I heard 4 kids from class 2 died. They're saying this Yuko turned into a devil and killed them. Yeah, I heard. The annoying one. You know how Yuko was bullied in middle school? I bet that's why she made a deal with the devil. It just goes to show that the mentally weak get tricked by devils easily. Did you hear? Yuko got away. She still hasn't been found. And we see Asa running through as a feather drops. A panel says, "It's that dream again. I'm running down an alleyway for some reason, and the ground is littered with dead chickens. At first, I try not to step on them, but it fills up with so many bodies that I can't avoid it. And then there's a darkness ahead of me. And then I always wake up at that part." And as she does, she looks over and sees Yoru sleeping peacefully. She grabs a glass of water, drinks it, looks down, and returns back to the bed, and then says, "Huh?" There's a ding dong at 1:25 in the morning. Crazy. Who could it be? "Hey, Asa. Sorry for showing up in the dead of night like this. Yuko?" As she runs to the door, her hand grabs the knob and she screams, "Don't open it!" "Sorry. I managed to get away, but I've turned into a devil. If I see you, I might try to eat you." No matter what, though, Asa still opens it to see Yuko completely transformed. "I told you not to open it." Chapter 111. Ah ha 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 ha. "Well, do you want to eat me?" Oh my gosh. A little bit. Holy crap. I just won't look at you. I'm here to say goodbye. I have a distant relative who's a devil hunter. I'll try going to them. There could be a way to turn me human again. And if I get killed as a devil, I guess I deserve it. Sorry you made that contract with the Justice Devil just to save me. No, that's not the truth. I thought if I could turn into a devil, maybe I could be like Chainsaw Man, and then maybe everyone would love me. Saying I did it for you was an excuse. I had ult- I had ulterior motives when I first helped you too. I thought that if I rescued you, maybe you would be my friend. And I only did it 'cause I was friendless. I'm the worst, aren't I? Killing my neighbors and the people at school. None of it was justice. Yuko! After I made my contract with the Justice Devil, I was hearing so many other people's thoughts that they drowned out my own. Yuko! And we see that the tail is wrapped around Asa's throat. And she says, "Huh? Sorry. I don't know what I am anymore. I'll go now. You were my first friend, so I wanted to give you a proper goodbye. But those thoughts, are those thoughts really mine? Don't make a contract with the Justice Devil just like I did, Asa. They're at our school. Well, this is goodbye. Wait! Just give me a minute. Take my shoes. You're barefoot." And we see Yuko is barefoot. "No thanks. I don't need them. If you don't need them, sell them. If they won't sell, you can just throw them away." I can't believe I said something that embarrassing. And both of them just start laughing. And another panel appears. "I'm the worst. A bunch of people just died. I killed my own teacher and class president. And here I am, laughing at how funny this is." We see Yuko wearing the shoes, saying, Asa, I'll be back to return your shoes one day. You better. And we see Yuko go off, jumping from building to building, birds fluttering about her as she makes her way from rooftop to rooftop, building to building, jump to jump. Says out loud, if only I could read birds' minds too. And we go to the next page. We see a multitude of faces sleeping. We see Denji with a bunch of dogs. Asa lying wide awake. Freckle girl just having freckles. And Yoru gotten tentacles on her eyes. And on the next page, we see Yoru has had her head detached from her body. Blood pouring out from her mouth. She says, Chainsawman? And we see what seems to be an image of Chainsawman with with a bloody arm and the shadow of a chainsaw head eating what seems to be Yoru's corpse. And that's where that chapter ends. And we get cute little Pochita in the same pose. Oh, he's so cute.
So, what do we think of this as a selling point?
I think the next chapter, 112, is where the next volume ends off. I think it's a really good stopping point.
Bet. Okay, making sure, because that was like a sick cliffhanger. So it's like, maybe now. I don't know if there's going to be a better one or not.
Yeah.
You would know better than I would.
Yeah, I'm checking real quick for you. Yeah, Between Cat and Criminal is the last chapter of this volume. It's a good one.
Hell yeah.
So we see a caution sign, do not enter around the school where the battle was fought. And we see the blade that Asa used had broke. It was a strong weapon, but more fragile for it. And then we see Asa remember the figure that talked to her. She called me her little sister. Do you know her, Yoru? I don't. She's some mad woman, no? Asa looks down and then just continues to walk away. I hit my head and can't remember what happened then. But whatever that girl did brought Yuko back and made her giant. Could she be the Justice Devil? She looks onward, and then we see that same figure looking at Asa from the Devil Hunter Club. Good to meet you. We're from the Student Council / Devil Hunter Club. I am the club / Student Council President, Haruka Isumi. The Devil Hunter Club lost 2 members after the attack 2 days ago. One quit and the other died. But it seems we also have something to gain. Akoku here told me how you fought. From the sound of it, you put up a better fight than him. And on top of that, you're a prospective club member. We will gladly accept you into our club. Any questions? We see Asa look down and close her eyes, and Yoru take back control. I heard that Chainsawman is a member of the Devil Hunter Club. Do you know his identity? Ha 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 ha! Here is your answer! As he lifts his shirt up, we see a chainsaw cord from his chest.
What the fuck?
And Yoru looks on shocked and locks the fuck in. I have something I need to do today. I need to go. See you around, Chainsaw Man. All right. Until we meet again, Asa Mitaka. As she walks by, Asa appears before Yoru and says, "Is that guy really Chainsaw Man?" The starter proves it. But would he really out himself like that? Wait, why didn't you fight him? That I couldn't have even beat Yuko by myself. There's no way that I'd beat Chainsaw Man. Don't misunderstand. I am strong. I just need a strong weapon. Then I can beat him. Asa, make me an even stronger weapon than your super strong uniform sword, or I'll kill you. Asa looks with a little bead of sweat, and then she says, Okay, I'll make you the strongest weapon ever. So hurry up and beat Chainsaw Man already. Huh, you're awfully obedient all of a sudden. Asa says, I mean, the sooner you're gone, the better. As long as you're inside of me, not only will I be miserable, but the people around me will be too. If it was only me, I could handle being in a terrible situation, but I refuse to drag someone else down with me again. I'd do anything to stop it. And then Yoru gets a evil smile on her face as Asa dreams about stepping on the chickens, even turn someone into a weapon. We get a really sick cityscape shot of Japan. And on the next page, we see the bustling crowd going by, Asa watching from a building. You don't have to use a human, you know. If you have something more important to you than that uniform from your mother, I'll take that as a no. Asa pets the cat, and then she says, How about that cat? You could make it your pet and then turn it into a weapon. I'd rather kill a human than a cat. Hmm, not someone normal, though. A criminal, or someone who deserves to die. That's what I'm thinking. Well, that won't work. What? Creating a powerful weapon requires powerful guilt. Your criminal compromise won't make it a strong weapon precisely because it's an easy compromise. Well, I still refuse to weaponize a cat. I have a suggestion. Pick someone between a cat and a criminal. The line at which you're okay with killing, and the line at which those you refuse to kill. Which is also like crazy that he set this up with like humans are in the foreground, cat in the background, top down, the bottom which you refuse to kill being the peak paneling here. Methinks the powerful weapon you're after lies somewhere between those lines. As the lines get closer, we actually start peering closer and closer into the crowd between cat and criminal, and we see picking up a cigarette butt is our protagonist, Denji. He's picking up cigarette butts. He's an idiot and a loser, but it turns out he's a good person. Meanwhile, here I am thinking about murdering someone. And then we see Denji taking those cigarette butts and scraping out all of the unused tobacco to repurpose them as unsmoked cigarettes. And he also comments and speedwagons this shit and says he made new cigarettes out of littered ones. She continues to watch and follow Denji after he does this, and then he gives the smack. American Smokes, they're 1,500 a pack. I'll take two. Pleasure doing business. And then we see he's literally ripping off the homeless for smoke. What a piece of crap. He's between a cat and criminal, but not so bad that he deserves to die. He isn't bad enough human to deserve death, no. But to defeat Chainsaw Man and to get your body back, do you have any other choice? Think of it as a necessary evil to put an end to a nightmare. Asa thinks back on Yuko, and on the next page, she confronts Denji and says, Hey, wait up! Denji says, Aren't you that chick who hates Chainsaw Man? What are you doing? Huh? I'm smelling smokes, because part-time jobs are against school rules. What's with that? Are you an idiot? Huh? Get off my back. I got a lot going on. I'm busy, dude. Beat it. Uh, are you busy tomorrow too? Huh? No, duh. I'm busy tomorrow and the day after that too. Oh, I see. Why'd you ask? If you're free tomorrow, would you go on a date with me? A date? Yeah. To be continued. Uh.
Bruh,
No,
this is a wild setup. Like,
man,
ah,
the next chapter might be my favorite chapter in all of Chainsaw Man.
damn, that's hype. Like,
It's
I can only imagine that she is gonna try to care for him so that he could become a better weapon, and that's gonna set up like a really crazy dynamic for like inevitably when she does find out that he is Chainsaw Man,
because right
and
now
there's gonna be like this like emotional dilemma, you know?
it's also like, yeah, he is. They think that there's this other Chainsaw Man, which we assume that there is because we saw it one eat Yuko. Also, Yuko's dead. Like that. There's
Yeah,
so much that has happened in the background, and they're like, yeah, but date time, but
it's like so interesting because like Fujimoto is the same age that I am, like literally the exact same age. And so for this person to have like this ability to capture like the whirlwind of like teenage hormones and angst and emotions and everything like that, and like really honestly capture these traumatic experiences in such a way, like everything that happened with Bucky happened very quickly, but then like it kind of being like an echoing of what happened with her mother, kind of in a sense, is that like her tripping and feeling like helpless and like at fault at the same time. And we got that in an even quicker amount of time. But then like everything playing out with Yuko the way that it did, and like you could clearly see that she's still thinking about it. And it's just like having her showing like how it's being processed, or shelved, and like a refusal to process, and like this like kind of compartmentalization. And we've seen like the back and forth like whiplash of like I want to live like that, or whatever, you know, I'll turn someone into a weapon if it means you'll go away. So it's like the futility in any, it's just like the whipping back and forth from these extremes, and like Asa clearly feeling like uncomfortable and powerless no matter what she does. It's like it's really really well depicted, and makes me really worry for Fujimoto as a person.
oh man, buddy, it's it only goes up from here. Oh, and we get a cool little ending panel of Pochita smoking. Shout out to Samara.
It just always it always surprises me how terrible of a person Denji is still. But then like I said, he has those moments where he's like almost pure. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I just uh I I love that Denji is like okay with being himself. He's like nothing else to prove to nobody right now. He's just like, yo, I'm me. That's enough. Uh,
And then my thoughts on that other devil. Clearly, that's another primal devil. Like so, it's like I don't know.
but Yoru said,
I don't know, like because we have that they don't know them.
mm-hmm.
But Yoro also said that Chainsaw Man ate part of them and made them like less powerful. So I'm just like, what if? I don't know, man. There's it does it could be clearly there's some familiarity there because like little sister was used, and so I'm like it's either Yoru's lying or maybe that part of Yoru was eaten. So like the memory of them is something that disappeared and couldn't be like reincarnated or whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's like ways where it can still make sense, but to me, I'm assuming since we have war, that's either famine or pestilence or death. But it doesn't make sense for it to be kind of any of those based off of what we saw them do with
Yuko.
like make them like big. So I don't know. A big part of me is thinking that I know it couldn't be right. Is that it was like kind of like something along the lines of like Makima reincarnated or something like that. But like I don't that can't happen, right?
You know, Power did say that one day that she would want to be reborn, and hopefully they would find Denji. So, uh, Makima being reincarnated, I don't think is off the table entirely. But who knows? I think I really like where your head's at. It's where my head was at, definitely. But only time will tell, Vex, if you have manga brain or not. This has been a wonderful stream. I loved it. I'm super excited to share more of this with you. Uh, this is where we're gonna end it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out, and peace be with you, fraud watchers. Yokoso. Bow, 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 bow.